Yo, what's good, YouTube? ZAMCRO here, aka Scoop, back with the International Draft Masters. And we have Season 4, Week number 7, and we're taking on the Albany Altarias, coached by Kirby, one of our good buddies, who is in his second season of the iDM now. So, that's fantastic. And we're facing off here in Week 7, like I mentioned. He's got a squad of Tapu Lele, Kieran Black, Scizor, Mega Gyarados, Raikou, Gliscor, Porygon2, Ribombi, Oricorio, all forms, Virizion, and Meowstic, all forms. And we have Mega Mawile, Garchomp, Zapdos, Reuniclus, Crobat, Serena, Volcanion, Cofagrigus, Mamoswine, and Hitmonlee. So my Zigzagoons are Garchomp and Hitmonlee. His Zigzagoons are the Raikou, Oricorio, and the Meowstic. So he's got three good distribution of his points there. Well-rounded Z-users. So, we've decided to bring Mega Mawile, Garchomp, Zapdos, Reuniclus, Serena, and Hitmonlee to this matchup, where Mega Mawile is going to be a 4 attacks variant. Under Trick Room, it's just really fantastic versus my opponent. Rocking a Brave Nature, max HP, 196 attack EVs, allows us to OHKO and 2-hit KO everything on my opponent's squad, no matter how much bulk they may have. So, we've got the Iron Head, hits the Lele, the Kyurem, it hits Gliscor, but of course I do have Ice Punch for Gliscor as well. It hits Porygon2, Ribombi. Depending on what Oricorio form he is, I may be able to hit it with neutral damage with Iron Head. And it hits the Meowstic for neutral damage. Play Rough, hits Kyurem, hits the Gyarados, hits Tapu Lele, but not for super effective, and I'll just choose to click Iron Head versus that. But Play Rough hits Kieran Black, Mega Gyarados for super effective damage, hits Raikou and Gliscor, and Porygon2 and Ribombi, and depending on what Oricorio set he is for neutral damage, hits Virizion for super effective damage, hits Meowstic for neutral damage. Ice Punch is there for the Gliscor, and I guess depending on what kind of Oricorio form he is, it might be better to click Ice Punch. And then we've got Fire Fang, which is going to be there for the Scizor and only the Scizor. So next up we've got a Garchomp, which has the Dragonium Z Draco Meteor. So rocking a Jolly Nature, but got a little bit of special attack investment, a little bit of attack investment, and quite a bit of HP investment and speed investment so that we can outpace things like Kieran Black, Tapu Lele, Gliscor, and things like that. We do have Stealth Rock on this bad boy, as well as Draco and Flamethrower being our primary special attacking moves, and then Earthquake, because Earthquake does more than Earth Power does, even with the special attack investment that I have. So decided to just put a little bit of attack investment too, and use Earthquake instead. Next up we've got a Zapdos, which is going to be a leftovers variant, kind of Spadef, more Spadef than anything, but quite a bit of speed investment to be able to outpace things like Lele and Kyurem and Gliscor and things like that. Bop Gliscor with Hidden Power Eye, Scizor with Heat Wave, Discharge for pretty much everything else not named Kyurem, and then Roost for longevity. Kind of in a 3 attacks Roost variant, but kind of specially defensive, just a bulky nuisance for my opponent. Next up we have Reuniclus, our boy Brainiac here, rocking the Calm Nature with max HP, max defense though, with a special attack boosting or special defense boosting nature. Kind of weird, but it serves a purpose in terms of taking Ice Beam from Kieran Black and Moonblast and Psyshock from Tapu Lele pretty comfortably, and even Shadow Ball. I got the Trick Room, sets up our sets up our Mega Mawile in fantastic positions. With Trick Room, Psyshock, and Signal Beam. Signal Beam is there for the Mega Gyarados and the Meowstic. And that's his only resistance to Psychic outside of Tapu Lele, which setting up Psychic terrain, my Psyshock does quite a bit to that as well. And then we have Toxic as our last move for the Porygon2, for the Oricorio. And if he wants to switch in the Raikou or Kyurem or Mega Gyarados hard on me, then potentially Toxic them as well. Could be nice. Next up we have Serena, our Girl Majesty here, with the Impish Nature, max HP, quite a bit of defense investment, but a little bit of special defense investment as well. Take on the Raikou, take on the Virizion, take on the Gliscor, the Gyarados really, really well. Mega Gyarados, that is. And we've got U-Turd, Seed Bomb, Synthesis, and Aromatherapy. So, in the case that we need to get Reuniclus in, we can, in the case that we need to get Mega Mawile in, we can hard switch, or we can Trick Room up with a Uniclus, hard switch into her Serena, and then get a U-turn out into Gliscor. Out into Mega Mawwall to start applying offensive pressure. But the game plan is to not have to do that, to just put ourselves in positions where Uniclus can set up a Trick Room and I can hard switch into Mega Mawwall. Hopefully. It just depends on certain situations, I suppose. But once this thing is underneath Trick Room, it's really, really nice. And Serena helps take on some of the mons that could prevent Uniclus from setting up Trick Room or letting Mega Mawwall come in freely. So Hitmonlee, we have a naughty-natured, max attack, max speed, unburdened Hitmonlee here with the Lychee Berry. We got the Endure, Reversal, Poison Jab, and Knockoff. Pretty much self-explanatory for all my coverage. Don't have a way to hit Gliscor, but like I said, with the special Draco Meteor Dragonium Z Devastating Drake Garchomp and Ice Punch on the Mega Mawwall, I do expect to take Gliscor out by surprise. But yeah, it's going to be the squad. We can go ahead and hop into the match now and see what happens. Alright, so here we are with the replay, and my opponent's chosen to bring the Kieran Black, Tapu Lele, Gliscor, Porygon 2, the Scizor, and Oricorio Pom Pom. So, yeah, pretty cool he brought Pom Pom. That does give him a Steel Resist for my Mega Mawwall, as well as like a Ground Resist for Garchomp or Immunity, and a High Jump Kick switch in as well. So, pretty nice bringing there. He's also got the Gliscor, another Ground Immunity. So I can't really spam Earthquake in this matchup with Garchomp, hence the special attack variant anyway. So looking at potential leads for him, he could lead off with Gliscor as a rocker. Kyurem look very, very threatening versus my squad, especially if it's a Choice Scarf variant. So if you wanted to lead off with that, I wanted to lead off with my Garchomp and see what his response would be. Mine would be to switch out, but scout and see what he does as well. So, I'm going to lead off with my Garchomp. Excuse that. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't actually even know what I was saying. I believe I was just getting ready to say that I was going to lead off with my Garchomp. So that's what I'm going to do here. Lead off with my Garchomp. My opponent leads off with the Scizor, actually. So this is pretty threatening. I'm just going to click Flamethrower, and if he's got the Ocket, it will pop. If he does reveal the Ocket, and he just U-turns out. So he's basically at half now. He's at 55% there. But brings in his Tapu Lele here. I'm forced into my Uniclus. I am EV to take this thing on. And I will be able to just come in and throw off a Toxic here. So take the Moonblast. I'm going to be able to take a second Moonblast as well and get off this Toxic as long as I land, which I do, thankfully. And I'm going to pull a switch out here into my Mega Mawwall, expecting another Moonblast, but my opponent makes a really nice play there. Goes into his Gliscor, and with my Intimidate, I am just going to go ahead and fire off that Ice Punch, but he packs the Yachi as well. So fantastic plays so far, being able to avoid knockouts on his Gliscor and Scizor so far, thanks to his 4 times effective resistance berries going off there, versus 4 times effective moves, I should say. Anyways, he does bring in his Porygon 2 on my reflex, on my play rough as he reflects, and reveals to be faster than me, which makes sense given I am a Trick Room variant. And I'm not going to be able to knock him out or anything, and he's going first, so no reason for me to click the Iron Head in hopes of flinches. So I'm going to switch out to Uniclus here to try to get a little bit of recovery, go out into my Serena on the following turn, take the Tri-Attack pretty comfortably. I'm going to U-turn out as my opponent goes into the Oricorio, and this gives me my Stealth Rocks, but unfortunately my opponent goes straight for the Supersonic Sky Strike, blowing my Garchomp away. And what I'm going to have to do now is go into my Uniclus here and set up or throw off a Toxic, excuse me. But he does switch into his Scizor, so really good by him there. However, I do have Zapdos, so I'm going to go hard into it, as my opponent unfortunately gets a critical hit on the U-turn and able to bring in his Kyurem here, and I can't allow this thing to set up a sub or anything like that. So immediately I'm just going to go for a Heat Wave. Fortunately, I outspeed He is not scarf, and I'm able to get a burn off, but he knocks me out with the ice beam, and I bring in Reuniclus here. Go immediately for the Trick Room. I'm going to hard switch into my Mega Maul immediately after, despite him bringing in his Scizor. And now my play is to just attack whatever's in front of me. Unfortunately, he brings in his Porygon too, so what I'm unfortunately going to have to do is rely on flinches. And unfortunately, I do not get any, so that's going to be that. I'm going to go for Play Rough on the final turn of Trick Room, just to see how much damage I can get off. I could have maybe knocked him out with a Play Rough on the prior turn based on that roll, but it wasn't really worth it. Hard switch back out into my Reuniclus, able to get my Trick Room back up once again. And in this case, I don't want to take an Earthquake with my Mega Maul, so I'm just going to switch into my Serena instead. Unfortunately, my opponent gets all the plays right, basically, and is able to get back in his Porygon 2 here. And again, this is just rinse and repeat. Go back out into my Serena. He does go for the Ice Beam, as I am going to Synthesis up. So that's quite a bit of damage I took there on that turn. I'm going to be able to keep synthesizing up, I guess is what you would say. Synthesizing. Either way, he's got a couple more turns of Reflect up, and with Serena in, I'm not taking too much damage from anything. I'm going to be able to U-turn out into my Reuniclus, and as long as he doesn't reveal Taunt, I can get back up my Trick Room. And yeah, he just goes for the Earthquake there. I'm able to get up my Trick Room, and I could recover up, or I could just hard switch and get my Regenerator ability. So that's what I'm going to do. Not wanting to risk a crit or anything. Hard switch into my Serena, take the Earthquake pretty comfortably, and start throwing off Seed Bombs just to see how much damage it kind of does to the Gliscor, and to run out of Trick Room turns while still being somewhat healthy. Especially on his Roost. As you see, when he roosts, he becomes a singular typing ground type, which makes my Seed Bomb super effective, which is really nice. But anyways, I'm going to try once again, hoping my opponent makes a misplay or something. And here it might be. So I'm going to be able to get my Reuniclus in, and I'm going to hard switch into my Mega Maul, hoping my opponent tries to roost up. But unfortunately, he does not. He goes straight for the U-turn once again. It's a really good play on him. And I'm going to be forced out as he brings in the Gliscor into my Serena. But he just U-turns once again back into the Oricorio. So just all kinds of momentum for him, not being able to gain any ground for myself. Unfortunately here, he does miss his Hurricane. So yeah, he misses his Hurricanes there, or a Hurricane, and I'm able to get a Toxic off. And now he starts to roost up as I get a Trick Room off, which is fine for me. It's actually really phenomenal for me. And I'm going to throw off a Side Shock here and see what he wants to do. Just throws off a Revelation there, so that's fine by me. Fine by me 100%. Just going to go for the Side Shock once again, eliminate Oricorio. And now that's one less threat for later on, and one less turn of Trick Room that I need. Wow, that was a mouthful. For later in the game. So, he brings in the Gliscor, hard switch into my Serena. Get a little bit of regen back on my Reuniclus, able to Synthesis up on this thing. I am running out of Synthesis though, so I need to be wary of that. He brings in his Porygon, I said it. Porygon 2, and not going to be able to 2-hit KO me. And I'm going to go for the Toxic. Unfortunately, he switches out to his Gliscor, which was probably the best case scenario for him. And but I am able to get Trick Room up, so that's fine by me. Hopefully, I'm able to put myself in a position. If I can get rid of Gliscor alone, then even Hitmonlee can put in the final support to finish off this game. So that's the major plan, is getting rid of Gliscor. So he does U-turn out right here, and he's going to bring back in his Tapu Lele, which is going to be really nice for him. It's actually unfortunate for me though. I don't want to let Reuniclus go down there, so I'm going to switch out and stack off my Serena, which was the least valuable mon on my squad, and I'm going to be able to go back into my Reuniclus here and fire off another Trick Room. Unfortunately, my opponent doesn't decide to knock me out or anything like that, I'm going to have to go out until my Hit-1 lead, see what my opponent wants to do. He's able to knock me out. I did not have any kind of IVs or EVs or anything like that. I was negative defense and stuff. So definitely understand why that was able to knock out. Go out to make a Mawa here, able to throw off an Ice Punch, but he sacks off his Kyurem there, and here I'm going to go for the Iron Head, and I actually get a flinch. So now I'm able to knock out my opponent here. So I'm 100% certain that he's going to switch out so that he can come back in with Porygon 2 and recover up. So I pull a switch into my Reuniclus, and my opponent actually stayed in to recover. So yeah, my opponent choked the game away, but because of my aggressive play to stay in the game, I actually put myself in a position where I lose the game here, because I also did not know Trick Room only had 8 PP, or I would not have returned the dimensions to normal there. I would have saved my last PP of Trick Room. But yeah, that's the game of Pokemon. It's a very, very wild game. Anyways, he knocks out my Reuniclus here, bringing my Mega Mawile, and he's able to knock me out there as well. Nice 66 turn battle with K Kirby. Really, really frustrating to try to break that squad. Not his squad in general, but the squad he actually brought with the squad I actually brought. It's very, very frustrating. And I could have maybe took out Oricorio with my Z Draco with Garchomp, so it's unfortunate that I let him take me out in exchange for rocks too. But yeah, that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys thought about this week 7 match of the IDM. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all of this stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.